episode of Mighty Mac Week in Review. I hope everyone had a great Easter. I'm Brittany Merkle, joined by my partner, Dave Molinaro.
We had another busy week in athletics last week. The softball hosted a breast cancer awareness and lymphoma awareness doubleheader softball games against Cabrini. Let's take a look at those highlights.
After dropping the first game by a score of 12-4, freshman Kelsey Colavecchia laces this two-run single down the left field line as Anne-Marie Bartos slides in safely to give Immaculata the 3-0 early lead. In the bottom of the second inning, Brittany Merkle hits a sac fly to make the score 4-1, and eventually the game would be tied 11-11 heading into extras. So my other part-time job, I work at Denny's. Brittany Merkle came in, got 2 eggs over easy, some white bread toasted, extra crispy bacon. I was like, okay, so you're getting the grand slam. She said, yeah, can you put that in a box to go? And she just walked off with it. Brittany Merkle's hosting a party at home plate. Her team's invited. The Mighty Macs would end up winning that game by a score of 15-11.
Set the stage for you guys at home. So it was the back end of a doubleheader. Rival Cabrini was coming into town. Bases loaded in extra innings, tied 11-11, and Brittany Merkle steps to the plate. Can you tell us about how that at bat went?
Yeah, Dave. As you said, the bases were loaded. There was one out. I was just excited to get that at bat at the plate. I knew I had to hit a ball somewhere to the green, and that would score the winning run. My teammates were definitely depending on me, so I was just excited to get in there, and I'm just thankful for the girls who were able to put me in that position, the ones who got on base before me, and they got the job done, and we were able to pull out the win. So.
And you got double headers this week against Newman and Cairn, so good luck to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Dave. And the baseball team dropped a doubleheader to Newman this past week, but looked to bounce back as they hosted Gwynedd Mercy on Thursday. Let's take a look. After winning the first game 3-2 behind a great effort from Trevor O'Brien, Dom Ficca puts the Mighty Macs on top in the second inning with this single up the middle to score his twin brother Ryan Ficca for a 1-0 lead. Mike Camposano put together a strong effort on the mound with 5 innings of 2-run ball, and he got help from his defense a couple of times. This one, a diving play by Brad Michalik at third base. With the score tied 2-2 in the fifth, a shallow fly ball to center field looks like it might fall, but Rick DiDomenico makes a diving play in center field to keep the game tied. And what's better than a Rick DiDomenico catch? 2 of them! DiDomenico tracks his fly ball down once again in center field. After scoring 2 in the top of the 7th on a single by Howie Calamet's, freshman Colin Stringham comes in for the save and gets this fly ball to left field to end the game for his first career save, and the Mighty Macs sweep the Griffins. The baseball team lost yesterday in a non-conference game to Arcadia 10-5. They will play Gwynedd Mercy tomorrow and a series with Cairn this weekend.
Men's and women's lacrosse were in action last week as well. The men suffered a loss at home. The women suffered one on the road at Cabrini, but both teams look to bounce back with 2 games apiece this week. The men are hosting Keystone and Rosemont. The women are going to host Centenary and then on the road at Keystone.
And the men's tennis team won their only match of the week, 9-0. Dave caught up with Will DeSantis to talk about the 2 straight wins.
Here again by Will DeSantis, a member on the Immaculata men's tennis team. Will, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Dave.
So you guys are currently on a 2-game match winning streak. You had a couple big CSAC wins. Can you tell us about those 2 matches and then things we need to work on still with a few weeks left of this season?
Yes, we currently just beat Rosemont and Keystone, 2 must-win games because we dropped some ones early in the conference. So if we want to make a playoff run or even make the playoffs, there were 2 must-wins. We beat them pretty good. We sweeped them. I believe we sweeped them. So that was huge. It was a confidence builder going to the next game. And one thing we really had to work on is doubles, because if we get a couple doubles wins, it makes singles matches a lot easier, a lot less pressure off us. So definitely a good thing to get us rolling into CSAC play.
And then speaking of doubles, your partner this year, your new partner, John Benner, sophomore, second year, part of the program on the men's tennis team. How do you guys match up well on the court against other duos, and how do you guys play off each other's strengths?
Okay, well, John's strength is definitely at the net. He's great at the net, and then I'm kind of a pusher in the back, so I just try to hit cross court, and he just tries to kill it. We definitely have to work on it. We lost some doubles. We're not the strongest double team because we never played with each other before. And he's a new player. I've been here for 4 years, but we're starting to mesh now, and things are starting to come together. So we got a tough match coming up Friday against Merritt with it. That'll be a true test.
And then more on a personal note, you remember the basketball team for 4 years, the tennis team for 4 years. You're integrated in this athletics department. It's starting to come to an end. 2-3 weeks left of your athletic career. How are you starting to feel?
It hasn't really hit me yet. To be honest with you, obviously, end of basketball was tough, especially, I was on injury the whole year, so it wasn't really the best senior year. But, I'm lucky to be able to have played one more tennis season, play singles and doubles and kind of be a leader on both. It hasn't really hit me yet, but it's it's getting to the end. I'm starting to feel it.
You're starting to.
Yeah. So, but it's a good career. I'm happy with it. It was a good 4 years.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for
Dave.
coming on again.
The men's tennis team is going to have 3 CSAC matches this week that will likely decide their playoff fate.
And track and field will compete this Friday and Saturday at Westchester University for their second outdoor meet of the season.
That looks like it's going to be all for this week's episode of Mighty Mac Week in Review. Quick reminder, make sure you check your email for the IU Trivia giveaway. I'm Dave Molinaro.
And I'm Britt Merkle.
And go Max.